Welcome back. I'm a little bit concerned about this one because it's got this lip in here and then there's a slight overhang here. And the issue with that is when I lay this up, this part's thicker or wider than this part, and I'm concerned I won't be able to come out. But I might be able to sort of roll it out. We'll see. Fiberglass is flexible, but so hopefully I'll be able to get that out of there. But first I've got to clean it up. I'm going to use grease and wax remover to remove all this junk. I'm going to wax and PVA this one. Got this all laid up, it's cured now. Let's see if it comes out. I'll put you on the tripod. Pardon me. Alright. Let's release. Not so bad. Try not to give myself splinters. What how'd you get? Oh. Splinter. Look at that. It came out a lot easier than I thought it would. PVA. Looks pretty good. Now I've got lots of parts made for this body. Time to make some bodies. That goes in there. It's not going to be that low, even though it looks really cool. Well, I don't think it's going to be that. I have no idea what this car looks like. I know what the other one looks like, as you saw the pictures in the last video, but yeah. It's going to be a bit like that. Have a look on the inside. Still got to clean it. I pressure washed it, but there's still stuff stuck to it, so grease and wax will take care of that. And I'll wax it. I'm not going to PVA this one. I don't think it needs it. And lay it up in one piece. So it'll be up like this. And I'll be putting cloth and resin in like that. Let's see if this will come out of here. Should. Not tricky though. that was a pain in the butt. That's pretty good. A little air bubbles along there. I'm glad that's not full of bubbles. It's covered in static, you can feel it. All in all, pretty happy with that. A little bit of filler work in there. I think that'll get blended in with this. So that sort of sits in the front there. Up. Once that's trimmed off, it'll sit flush, and then cool. That's just like that. I swear these are for that. Maybe they sit underneath. No, they bolt to the front like that. And then the guards come along and sit in this part. Here, I hope you can see all of this. So one more without so much overhang. There we go. So that bolts to the front. Like that. Which is pretty cool. And then the guards I made earlier bolt to the sides. The wheels go in there, and that's it for that car. I'm going to put a picture of this up on the screen now as a finished product. Now let's get into this. So I've thoroughly cleaned it, waxed it, and given it a coat of PVA. It's got a little bit of damage here. It's got some cracks. It had this weird putty stuff in there, which I've cleaned most of it out. A little bit of damage there, a little bit of damage over there. It's also got holes in the bottom of it, so I can put air in it and release it. And I learned something with this. So down in here, when I was waxing that, because I started from the top and worked my way down, when I was waxing it, my hand would rub up against this surface here, and I was rubbing the fresh wax off. So now, if I'm doing something with a cavity, I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. That way I can't rub it off. What else was I talking about with this thing? This is like the 6th take, by the way, maybe 7th. That's right. When I go to lay this up, I'm going to start in the bottom. Sort of do the flat bottom areas first. I'm going to use some putty or paste stuff in here, in around there, in some of the corners, in there. So I'm going to do all the flat sort of parts first down the bottom, and then I'll come up to the top parts and the walls. And some of the hardest parts, or the hardest parts, are going to be this transition here. Trying to get the glass to stick and lay without any air bubbles behind it. It's going to be tricky. Then the second hardest part is going to be these bits here, because that is a ridge and it curves over. That's going to be really hard to get the cloth to lay over that without any air bubbles building up either side, because the cloth will want to straighten out or flatten out, rather than, when I say cloth, I mean mat. I use mat. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. And those parts and the front parts I just showed you. There's no point in dilly-dallying. It's going to take me at least an hour and a half to lay this up by hand. If I had a chopper gun, it would take about 20 minutes. So that's enough waffle. Let's set up some cameras and lay this thing up. trimmed up, and I'm going to try and pop this sucker out. Might start with this back bit. Got my air hose, rubber tip. A lot of parts released, it didn't come up though. I was hoping it would sort of rise up, but we need to release a bit more of these parts. Get some tools. Took 9 minutes to get that out of there. You see that? Didn't put enough glass in there, so I'll flip it over and put some glass in that. Same there. Some of that white putty that came out. Where's the big air pocket here? I can just be filled up with body filler. The rest of it's pretty good though. I don't want to remove that. Around here, it's just some little bits I gotta clean up. Might put a bit more glass in behind there. That sort of shrunk on me, so that's just got to get filled. Some air pockets there buried. A few holes along here, all on the sharp edges, so along here, a few holes, one hole there, but that's yeah, you can see straight through that. So that needs to be reinforced, which is pretty easy. Yeah, pretty happy with that. Let's go around here. There it is. I'll put the finished product picture up. You can compare the pair. A few little bits to fix, but yeah. Considering what I went through to make this, it's not too bad. All this stuff will sand off. All in all, pretty happy. That's about it for all the glass work in this job. This is the join. It's coming up pretty good. Nice and smooth. There's a lot of pieces here, and 26 of them are already gone. I want to make a mold of this. So I want to make one of these for myself and then mold it eventually, as well as take a mold of one of those. Still got to join those with foam. I'm not doing that in this video. I've been doing a little bit of body filler on some of the larger imperfections. The customer's going to be doing body work on it anyway, but you know, it's sort of my fault. These air bubbles, I didn't get to them in time, so I don't want the customer to have to deal with that. And that's it for this video. Next video is on the seat molds. So I'm going to make the molds for the seat for this and then produce parts from those. Anyway, thank you for watching. and I'll see you in the next one.